Okay, let's talk about another important topic called MENIERS disease. Okay, then it is otherwise called as endolymphatic hydrops. So, what is actually happening here? First of all, let's see the three chambers of the inner ear. Okay, what is this chamber? This is scala vestibuli. The lower chamber is scala tympani. Middle chamber is scala media, and inside the scala media is the organ of cortex, that is organ of hearing is present. Okay, so what is the upper membrane called as Resner's membrane, and the lower membrane is called as basilar membrane. The basilar membrane is in which the organ of cortex is resting. Okay, and above that there is pectoral membrane, and there will be hair cells, and by that stimulation hearing is occurred. Okay, then what is this? Here is the stria vascularis. What is the role of stria vascularis? We know the above and below chamber, upper and the lower chamber is filled with perilymph, and the middle chamber is filled with endolymph. And this endolymph is produced by the stria vascularis. Okay, so what is actually happening in Meniere's disease? It is called as endolymphatic hydrops, right? So what does that mean? It means that there will be increased production of endolymph by the stria vascularis. Okay, so there will be increased endolymph in the scala media layer. Or what is the causes of Meniere's disease? It is due to increased endolymph in the membranous labyrinth. Okay, which is produced by the already told stria vascularis. Endolymph is produced by stria vascularis. So, how does that increase? This is due to sodium and water retention. Okay, what are the causes? Maybe due to idiopathic, maybe due to secondary Meniere's disease, or can be due to genetic disorders like mutation in the short arm of chromosome number 6 can cause Meniere's disease. Okay, what will happen if the endolymphs get accumulated in these layers? It can lead to hearing loss because organ of cortex is present in that layer. It can lead to loss of balance. I will deal with that later. Okay, so consider if there is increased endolymph in these layers, so these layers get bulged, right? It can rupture. So what happens? There will be mixing of here what is present perilymph, here what is endolymph. So there will be mixing. So what will happen? There will be fluid pressure imbalance, and this can lead to vertigo. So the patient will have hearing loss and loss of balance. Okay, then, and why there is hearing loss present? There will be sensorineural hearing loss because the hairs is present here will get destroyed due to the perilymph entering. Okay, because endolymph is rich in potassium only, right? So there will be changes in the constitution of the elements, so it will damage the hair cells. So there will be sensorineural hearing loss. Okay, then what else features they have? There may be frequency disorientation, and there can be loudness disorientation. That is, patient may not hear small voices, but if we talk in a loud, a moderate voice, and they feel like it is a heavy voice, right? So what that is called loudness disorientation, and it is known as recruitment. Okay, then patient also feel like tinnitus, that is a ringing in the ear. It may only be subjective. Okay, patient may also feel like fullness of ear. This is what actually happening. These are the clinical features. Okay, then let's talk about utricle and saccule. So as the pressure increases, we know that the utricle, saccule, macule, etc. are the components of vestibular apparatus, right? So these increased pressure will finally affect the vestibular apparatus also. Okay, then this is the foot plate of the stapes, and to which is the oval window is attached, right? So when there is an increase in the secretions, there will be increased bulging of these structures into the oval window, and there will be like increased sensations here. Okay, so there is macule here and it is related to the linear acceleration. So whenever there is an increased movement of the food plate of the stapes, patient feel increased vertigo on pressure changes. That is what actually happening.